Where are you going to spend eternity? Because we know one day we all will perish, and one day we'll taste death. Scripture makes it clear, it's appointed once a man to die, then comes judgment, and we all will be judged. We'll all be judged on how we live this life. And it should frighten us. Scripture makes it clear that it's a fearful thing to be in the hands of the living God. And so we should be afraid to die. And quite frankly, we all are afraid. And you don't have to look back far to see that, to recognize that. My brother and I were just talking on the way here. People still wearing masks because they're afraid to die. Afraid of vaccines and diseases, right? We're afraid to get sick because we're so fragile, the frailty of our life. So we know that we're all going to die. The wages of our sin is death, and this is why everything dies, because all things have sinned. All of us have sinned and fallen short of God's glory. Scripture makes it very clear that there is no one righteous, no, not one. And I deal with a lot of different people that say, oh, I'm a good person. And I say, well, if you're such a good person, let's take a quick test. Let's just take a quick test. Let's value up our life. Have you ever stolen something? No matter the worth, have you ever cheated and lied? Perhaps you're not, Lord willing, you're not murdering in the streets like some people, right? And you're not murdered anybody. But have you murdered somebody with your very words? Have you not been so kind to people? Oh, friends, Christ even said that if you have anger inside your heart, it's like you murdered them within inside of you, and thus committed murder. Cosmic treason against a holy and righteous God. But the list goes on and on. It's just a few short things to recognize that we all have fallen short of God's glory. Again, it's a fearful thing to be in the hands of a living God. And this God came to rule this world, friends. He has made us in His image. We'll only created things that are made in the image of God, made in His likeness. And so when we disobey, when we lie, when we cheat, when we steal, when we fornicate, when we create more murder, when we do all things that make and blaspheme His name, we're going to be punished for it. And that is why we die. But friends, I said in the beginning, the great light, the greatest light of all of humanity, the greatest light of all the world, came down to dwell among us.